Jeez. What is going on, guys? Going on 27 squad. Got a game tomorrow. Wanted to come out here real quick to talk some Giants football. You already know, favorite, best team in the world. We back at it for another week after the Giants sunned the Jets again in practices. I can't wait to see how that's gonna go in a game. I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I don't even have my mic and my headset on. I'm just lollygagging over here. What's going on, everybody? Prestige Shogun, what's up? Let me put this thing up, because now now you can see your comments on the stage now on the bottom right. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the show. I know it's late. My bad. Prestige Shogun says, Kid Blue, what up, boy? Tomorrow the Giants battle my Jets in the meaningless preseason battle for New York. That means absolutely nothing. Yeah, but you know what? It means everything to me, okay? It means a lot to me, Prestige Shogun, because this is the Snoopy Bowl. The Giants have not beaten the Jets in 12 years in the regular season. 12 years. That's right. The last time the Giants beat the New York Jets in a regular season game was Victor Cruz's 99-yard touchdown. Put that into perspective. Okay? Put that in. That is the last time the Giants beat the New York Jets. All right? Luis, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm not sure why it's not showing the other comments that are on here, but I guess if you guys comment now, since I put it on now, if you guys comment, 14 years. Oh, it's been 14 years. I stand corrected. 14 years in the regular season. 2011, it was the Victor Cruz game. I'm pretty sure. The Victor Cruz 99-yard touchdown. You're absolutely right, Prestige. I thought it was 12. Maybe I was saying 12 2 years ago, so it just stood in my mind. But man, 14 years. 14. Damn, hold on. How old was I? In 2011? 14 years ago. I'm 27 now. Was I 13? Was I 13 years old? I was starting my teenage years. I'm a grown-ass man now. I have facial hair. I went through puberty, sort of. The height department wasn't there. We're gonna excuse that situation. You know what I'm saying? But damn, that's the last time we beat the New York Jets. That is a secret that the NFL has not yet acknowledged, except players that act. I mean, players. Well, I'm not a player. Except fans that actually care to look at that or care to think about that. Because if you were to ask the most casual fan, hey, when do you think the last time the Giants beat the Jets? I would say the last time they played them. No, that's not the case whatsoever. Even though the Giants have had more success in the last 15 years than the Jets have not beaten. The Jets have beaten the Giants for 14 years now. I remember that the comeback. I was so pissed this game when Ryan Fitzpatrick came back in the fourth. Yep, I remember this game. 2019 Jets. I went to the 2019 Jets game. That was when we went with all the consecrators. I'll get to your membership comment in a second, Mike. We went to that game. I flew up from Florida to go watch that game against the New York Jets, and I was excited. It was Daniel Jones's rookie debut, his season. And Darius Slayton was starting to come on, and we were like, "Oh man, we have all this hope in the building," and it all got sucked away in MetLife Stadium as the Jets whooped our ass. So and they definitely whooped our ass. Jamal Adams stripped the ball, just took the ball away from Daniel Jones, just took the ball away from him. So yeah, that was bad. Oh, yeah, we remember the Saquon. Yeah, we remember the 2023 overtime game, and we couldn't beat the New York Jets. So this is why the preseason games mean something to me when it comes to New York Jets. The Snoopy Bowl, even though it is in the preseason, Snoopy Bowl still means something to me. Mike, let me get to your membership comment right now. Mike, a member of 60 months. Shout out to, he's keeping the lights on over here. He's keeping the lights on over here. If you guys also want to keep the lights on the Kid Blue RB27 channel, make sure you guys join in on the membership. When we get the film, because I spoke to my film guy, we're getting it next week. Something happened with NFL Plus, and apparently the Giants game and the Giants and Bills game is so hard. It's like there's like an error. Like nobody's able to get that game. I don't know what happened. Next week, I promise you, we're going to get the Giants-Jets film, and I'm going to put one video public for you guys because I'm not getting the NFL keeps taking down my stuff. They keep taking down breakdowns. It is what it is. So, next week, we're going to load up the membership the membership page with a bunch of film on specific players, and if you guys have the membership, you guys can request a film review on any player. I may just group them together. Maybe won't do a video on like a random roster bubble guy, but I'll group them together. You know, if you guys want to see Montreal Washington plus freaking Jake Kubis plus, I'll mix it together, if you guys know what I'm saying. So, and I'm going to be doing film on the membership page, because that's the only way I can keep it up and still keep the lights on over here. So thank you guys so much for listening to my TED Talk on that. Mike Nixon, member for 60 months. My guy. Yo, KB, I can't be on here long. I have to get up at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow for a scrimmage I have at 9 a.m. We play Kensington tomorrow. We should whoop their ass. Well, good luck to you, Mike. Shout out to Mike. Mike is a head coach of his school. He's now a head coach, and he's taking care of the football team over there, and they got their game at 6:30. Get up at 6:30. The scrimmage at 9. So good luck to you, Mike. Appreciate the comment, my friend. Damn, that seems just like yesterday. I know. If you're talking about the 2023 game, that seems like yesterday. I'm also 27, born in 98. Yeah, I was born in 97. I was born in November of 97. Not to dox myself too much, but at Mooresville. I see you, Mike. But yeah, I'm a 97 baby. 97 baby. Just barely, but I'm still a 97 baby. There goes my phone. Let me put my phone on silent just in case I get all these notifications. Let's see here. Luis says that was against the Jets, wasn't? Yeah, yes. I did meet bad. We had just a little bit on that. It was back in 2019. We met a lot of content creators back when, Kush wasn't making content back then. At least I don't believe so. No, he wasn't. Because that's when I ran the undrafted analyst with J-Zack. That I miss those times. We were supposed to do that again, and we just never got around to it, man. Everybody's got their own lives, and everybody kind of went in their own directions. But I'll tell you what, that was really fun. All right, so we met up with Bad Dog, Christy and Atena, Bones NYG. If you guys are a long-time Giants content creator fan, who else did we see? We saw OGR. If you guys remember OGR, we saw him. We met up with a couple of Giants content creators, man. It was really fun. I was actually in the same hotel as Chris and as Tana. Not in the same hotel room, by the way. But I was actually in the same hotel, and we didn't even know it. So he was my ride to go to the game. And before that game, the day before, we all hung out in Chris's hotel room with DWG, the big 6'7" tall guy that one of Bad Dog's friends. We broke Giants Twitter with that we broke Giants Twitter with that picture. But yeah, that was fun, man. But I'll tell you what, the game was horrendous. Oh my gosh. I wish the game was better, but you know what? It was really fun. The tailgate was awesome. It was cold. I remember that. It was cold. It was rainy a little bit. It actually rained during the game, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. 2015 peak OBJ. He was electric that day. Brandon Marshall gave it to y'all though. Yes, definitely did. I remember Brandon Marshall, and then we saw his talents were so good we had to sign him in 2017, and that, you know how that went. Kush went corporate on us. Kush out there living his life, man. He out there living his life like he's golden, bro. So shout out to Kush, man. Shout out to Kush. The Kush era was splendid. We found the dumbest way to beat the Giants the last few times. Wait, Prestige, what? A fan of who's a fan of? Who are you a fan of? You're a Jets fan? I forgot. Wait. Are you a Cowboys fan? Whoa! View botters. Yo, mods, take them out. I'm not trying to get banned on this place. I'm not trying to get banned. Ban user. I got him. Took care of him. Hey, you're a Jets fan. Shout out to Prestige Shogun. He's Jets fan. We coming for that ass. Tomorrow. I almost said this weekend, and the game's already here. But yeah, man, we're going to talk some New York Giants. Hey, it's perfect that we have a Jets fan in here, because now we actually could conversate about Giants-Jets. You know, Jaden, the head mod is in the building. Jaden, you're late. We had a view botter in here, and the head mod, I had to step in and delegate it to myself to step in and do your job, Jaden. My goodness. Generational arm talent. We talking about? I'm watching Cam Ward right now. Man, why do I always? Oh yeah, because I forgot preseason is like every single day. Let me have that in the background. Yo, shout out Cam Ward, man. Hey, but I tell you what, Jackson Dart had the highest. You banned him? Well, I banned him first. It said I banned him first. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me see here. Let me pull up the NFL app. Where's my NFL app, bro? Where's my NFL app? I can't find it. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forgot that I made a folder for just sports because I got a bunch of sports apps. I'm an idiot. Damn, it's 13-3 at half. I think Dart would be the best QB in his draft class. You know, I still disagree. I respectfully, I appreciate it though, Prestige. I love Cam Ward. I love Cam Ward. Generational arm talent is right. Jaden Kid Blue, you know how to make a website? No, I don't know how to make a website, Matumbo. I wish I did. Maybe in the future I get around to making a website. But I do not know how to make a website. Football can't come to yo, you're telling me, Dixon. You're telling me I cannot get into baseball for my life. Hey, shout out to any baseball fans. Nothing against if you guys like baseball, nothing against you guys liking baseball. It's cool. That's cool. I can't stand baseball, okay? I'll watch it casually. Our family's a huge Yankees fans. Our Yankees for life. So, of course, I'm going to support the Yankees. Call me a bandwagon. It's all right. It's in my blood. It's in my family. But sitting there and watching a game by myself, maybe I could watch it with my dad. Maybe I could watch it with my family. Maybe friends. You can't pay me to sit and watch a baseball game by myself. I get so bored. I can't do it. It's not enjoyable for me. I'm sure the peak moments are peak, but majority of the time it's not fun. Maybe baseball fans feel that's the same way about football, 2-yard runs, incomplete passes, stalemates, just a defensive game, but I understand football so much to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just me. Brain rot generation doesn't like baseball. Jaden, I never heard you speak baseball a day in your life. A day in this stream, I never heard you speak about baseball. Too much ADHD to handle baseball. Do you like baseball, Jaden? Is JPP done for? JPP? What is he up to now? I don't know. I know he wants to come back into the NFL. You're talking about yourself? I'm saying. I cannot get into baseball. Shout out to any baseball fans. I know Bad Dog's a huge Yankees fan. Yo, shout out to Bad Dog though. That's just a quick note. Shout out to Bad Dog. He makes content on every single sport. Baseball, basketball, football. Can't do it, man. There's so much to keep up with. Shout out Bad Dog. Hockey has lost its brutality. I try to get into hockey. I just need to understand it more. It looks fun. It's just like soccer on ice though. I just don't like soccer though. You know what I'm saying? I've been to 2 World Series. That shit was mad boring. Imagine going to a World Series. I guarantee you. I'll put money on this. Well, actually, I don't know if I would, because baseball is an international sport. I don't know. But I'll tell you what. The NBA Finals, the NFL Draft, the first round of the NFL Draft destroys the NBA Finals. That's how good football is. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even talk about the Super Bowl. Football is the only sport I can keep up with. Yes, exactly, Jaden. That's exactly why. It used to be 16, now only 17 games. I don't have to keep up with 82 like the NBA or the 162. I'm a football fan. I watch football games from other teams. Doesn't need to be just the Giants. Other teams. You think I could sit there and watch thousands and thousands of games for baseball? I'm the type of person, it's like ADHD. I'm the type of person where if I can't keep up with everything, I just keep up with nothing. That's how I am. That's why I like basketball. I'll watch basketball. I actually think basketball is entertaining. It's just hard to keep up with everything that's going on. Baseball, forget about it. You got teams playing twice a day. 162 games per team. That's thousands of games to keep up with. I can't do that. And making prediction videos and betting, that's impossible. It's impossible. And there's just more chances for bad teams to win against good teams because there's just more opportunities. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Euro football is great. Yeah, you're talking about soccer. I think you may be talking about soccer. Euro football, like, I don't think anybody watches that. Graham Gano is back to his old self. It seems like it. Graham Gano looks good. He looked good in that Bills game. We'll see how he does in the Jets game. But listen, man, we're getting off on tangents here. You guys know I got ADHD, bro. Okay, if you guys put different topics in the chat, I just like gravitate to a different topic. Okay, my mind works like that. Thanks for the chip. Stop it. I wish. I just don't think we have enough juice. I don't know. I like the aura. I don't think we have enough juice. Speaking of juice, baseball ain't been lit since they was on the juice. I know. That's what I'm saying. All right. So Giants, Jets. We need to win this game, fellas. All right. I don't know how much the starters are gonna play, if they are going to at all. What do you guys think? You guys think the starters are gonna play? You guys are gonna get mad at me. I don't care to see the starters. I don't care to see Russell out there right now. I just don't. And if you throw out Russell there for a series or two, fine. Don't talk to me about throwing Russell out there in the starting offense for a whole. I don't want to hear like a game is different, bro. They're still playing. Yeah, they're physical. They're being more physical. Sure, it's still a preseason game. They're not playing their hearts out. They're not playing to put food on the table for their families. These are the starters. These are guys that are going to be on the game day rosters. They're not going to play out of their minds. Do you think starters actually want to play in the preseason? Do you think that? They don't. And they want to be as prepared as anybody. They don't care. Weren't they the ones petitioning to make it a 3 preseason game season? Weren't they the ones that petitioned, like the NFLPA and all that? They don't want to play preseason, and I feel that. I'm telling you right now, all you guys that want to see the starters in the preseason because you want to get all hyped up and stuff like that, and you mask it under the guise of, well, they just gotta get prepared. I don't want to hear you complaining when these guys get hurt. I don't want to hear you complaining when Andrew Thomas goes down. I don't want to hear you complaining when Brian Burns has an ankle injury. All right? I don't want to see these guys out there. Get them off the field. I want to see the guys that actually are going to play their hearts out because these games actually mean something to them. You know, your Timon Foxes. How many of you guys even remember Timon Fox is still on this team? All right? Darius Alexander, who hasn't gotten much of a chance. Evan Neal. You know, I want to see those guys out there. Montrell Washington. You know, we didn't get Bo Collins. Was Bo Collins a scratch last game? I didn't see this guy out there. Was Bo Collins a scratch last game? Because I know Jackson Dart has a good chemistry with both Bo Collins and Montreal Washington. We've seen that all over camp, but it was like the Montreal Washington show last week. I don't know if Bo Collins was a scratch last week, but hopefully we get to see him this week. He was doing well. He had touchdowns from Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart during joint practices against the Jets. So I want to see Bo Collins. I want to see those guys, bro. I don't want to see like everybody's like, oh, well, Russell Wilson needs to get reps with these guys. He's a veteran. Brother, he's a veteran. He's been in the league since 2012. What is a half of a preseason game need for him? Like, what does that do for him? It doesn't do him anything. He's been practicing, even though you guys haven't seen him practicing with these guys. He's been practicing with these guys every single day. Every single day. Mods, get on it. Mods. I'm going to get banned on this thing. Mods, come on. Is Kayvon a bust? No. Absolutely not. Yo, why can't I watch this game? I have NFL Plus. Oh my God, is the music still on, guys? Is it too loud? I hear it on my headphones already. I didn't know. Let me put that background music down. Yo, where is it? Put it down. If I can hear it from my headphones, it must be loud. My bad, guys. Do you have any mods? If you see anybody with a wrench, they're a mod. Wyatt. If you see anybody with a wrench, they're a mod. If they're typing. Jaden was in here. Mike was in here. I think I had one more mod in here. Yeah, anyway. Is Kayvon a bust? No, Kayvon's not a bust. No. Oh, touchdown. Oh, this was a defensive touchdown, though. Defensive touchdown. Oh, no, that's a highlight. Yo, hold on. But I have NFL Plus, though. Y'all ain't gonna do me like that. Oh, it's a local market game, so I can't watch it. But I don't have cable. I have NFL Plus. See, this is why I don't get this garbage, man. This is why I don't get this garbage. Now I pay for NFL Plus, but it's blacked out because it's on local listings. I don't have cable, brother. I can't watch it. Interesting. CJ, what's up, brother? He says, KB, do you have a record prediction? Shit, man, why are you gonna do this to me? I had a record prediction. By the way, guys, next stream that we do, I'm probably gonna do a reaction stream to the game, but the stream after that, join in. We're gonna do record predictions for all 32 teams. That's gonna be the next video. I found a website that you could put the wins and losses, and we can do the playoff bracket and everything. So that'll be pretty fun. And then I'll make that a pre-recorded video. So tune in for that. 7 wins max being realistic. I want to agree with you, Mike. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I don't want to be that guy, because then people are like, oh, I don't want to listen to this guy. He's not boosting up my team. I love my Giants, but I can't see them getting past 7 wins. Listen, I'm telling you right now, though, the reason why they are going to win these games is because of the defense. I'll tell you that. That defensive line is going to be their identity, is going to be the reason why they win games. If there's a team out there that we don't know who's going to have a bad offensive line or not, during the season, because, some teams just flip a switch and they're good. Some of them just take a step back and they're bad. Whatever team has a bad offensive line this season that has the Giants on schedule, get ready for a rough go. A rough day. I don't see how you're going to stop these guys. I do not see how you are going to stop these guys. I think we might break the freaking record. Hopefully we are healthy. Fingers crossed that we're healthy. Fingers crossed that this team is healthy, especially on the defensive line. If they're healthy, we're breaking the record. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Did I mute my mic? Make sure I didn't. If we're healthy, we're going to break the record. I book it. Book it. We were on pace to break the record last year with 4-man rushes. We were on pace to break the... Dexter Lawrence had 9.5 sacks in October. Wait until you implement... Yo, what is with these view botters, brother? Am I on Twitch? I'm telling you guys right now, wait until you implement Abdul Carter into the mix. I will be surprised. I'll be surprised if we don't have 60, 70 sacks this season. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. That means everybody just died. That means everybody just dropped dead and died. All right? We're going to get 60 to 70 sacks this season. Set the subs only for chat. I want to, but then I don't. I'll feel bad if there's anybody joining in that just joined in, because I think you have to be a sub for a certain amount of time. Like, you can't just subscribe and then comment. You know what I mean? I'll feel bad. Let me just ban them. Let's see. I don't want to set it to subs only yet, because I think you have to be subscribed for a certain amount of time. Then you're able to comment. I don't want to tune anybody out like that. We'll see if it becomes a big problem. Here we go again. All right, let me see real quick, guys. Hold on. How do I put it? Yo, damn, they're coming with... Yo, they said you want to ban us? They said you want to ban us? We're just going to go all out. We're just going to go all out. Damn. They said, damn, you want to ban us? We're just going to put... Like the finale of a fireworks show. I don't know how to put it sub only. It's not letting me do it. Community participants? No. Yes, it doesn't let me do mod only. I mean, sub only, I'm sorry. It doesn't let me do it sub only. This common narrative that Russ is just washed is utter garbage and nonsense. I believe you. You know what? One thing I noticed, guys, like, if we do get Russell Wilson, tomorrow, just watch, even in that Bills game, just watch how decisive he is. Like, we haven't had that in such a long time. So when you tell me that, oh, the Russell Wilson is washed, and this is not 2014 Russell Wilson, and, you know, look at his Denver days, like, I don't think you guys realize. Do you guys not realize what we had at quarterback for so long? Like, watching Russell Wilson in his practice highlights in the preseason, the guy only had 28 yards, and I was satisfied. Because he was decisive with the football. He got the ball out quick. His release is super quick. He throws darts, pun intended. Comes out with good velocity. And doesn't second guess himself. He's a veteran. He knows where he's going with the football. He's not scared to throw the football. That's why I like Russell Wilson. And I already know what I get from Russell Wilson. Why do I need to see him in the preseason? Stars need to play so they can gel. Here's the thing, Wyatt. They're already gelling. They have joint practices. I know a lot of people say, well, a real game just means more. It's just different. It's not different because these are preseason games. These are guys that already have a spot on the roster. They're not playing this game to put food on the table for their families. They're not roster bubble guys. We're talking about starters. We're talking about guys that literally need to be there or they get fined. You know what I'm saying? The preseason games really don't mean much. Yeah, you can get the physical reps. You just get beat up, the physicality. Come on, bro. You don't actually believe that, do you? You guys don't actually believe that, do you? Like the NFLPA, like the Players Association, the players themselves out here, they made preseason games a 3-game season. They did that. They don't want to play these preseason games, man. I'm okay with the starters playing a series or two, but get them out. Get them out. Get them out. You're never gonna go. You're never gonna, like, if a team does poorly in the regular season, you're never gonna go, well, I'll tell you what I tell you what could have made it better. If they played a half of that Jets game in the preseason, I'll tell you what, the Giants wouldn't be 0-6 right now. If they played a full half in the preseason. Come on, bro. You don't believe that, do you? You don't believe that, do you? And then Brian Burns goes down. What happens? And then a Jermaine Illuminor goes down. What then? Oh! Major injury. Russell Wilson got sacked. Hurt his ankle. High ankle sprain. Out for 8 weeks. Come on. We don't need to do this. All for physicality. Bro, these guys are veterans. These guys have done this year after year. Talking about they need to gel. They've been gelling the entire offseason. I know we're not looking at it. We think that's not happening because we're not seeing it in action. They're with each other for 9 hours a day. Whether they're in the meetings, whether they're on the practice field, throwing routes to each other, getting that in actual practice. They weren't just in joint practices where they're running scrimmages. They're getting physical. And they're in full pads. They're getting physical. Okay? I believe so. I believe they're in full pads in these joint practices. We don't need to see them for a whole half. We don't need to see them for that long. Now, do I think it's okay to just get them a drive or two? Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if they get hurt in a drive or two, then that sucks. That sucks. Because you are limiting how much they can play. Right? But you're never going to convince me that these guys need to play for a whole half. You're just not. Or a quarter. Or a whole quarter. Nah. No. I've seen my team time and time again in preseason games and in training camps lose a star player for the season. You don't need to do it. Just because every other team is doing it doesn't mean you need to. Does not mean that you need to. Don't care. Simple as that. I believe these players get hurt regardless. Yeah, but it's not like it's fate. It's not like it's fate. That's like when people say, who's somebody? Oh, JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy. Now, this is a perfect example. I was not a fan of drafting JJ McCarthy. I did not want to draft JJ McCarthy. But the people that also didn't want to draft JJ McCarthy, their excuse was, oh, well, great thing we didn't draft him because look what happened. He tore his ACL in the preseason. Man, woo, we dodged a close one. Because he tore his ACL in the preseason with the Vikings means that fate would have happened and he would have tore his ACL no matter where he was at in the preseason? No, that's not how it works. That's not how the timelines work, my friend. Okay? I read comic books. All right? Multiverse. It's not how it works. All right? These guys aren't going to get hurt regardless. Is this not true? Bosco, yeah, man. They're trying to get me banned today, bro. They're trying to get me banned today. I would just respectfully disagree, Wyatt. Nothing. If you want to see them play, that's on you. But I don't. This guy doesn't understand that people are 100% in the preseason. Wait, this guy doesn't understand. People are going 100% in the preseason game. Some players are actually trying to make a roster spot. Javier, not the starters. We're talking about starters. This is. You must have just got in here, Javier. I'm talking about the backups. The backups play 100%. I was just talking. This is why I want to see the backups, because they are trying to put food on the table for their families. They are trying to make a roster spot. The more that the starters are in the game is more that you're taking away from guys that are just about to be cut. You know, Montrell Washington is probably going to be cut, but damn, he puts on a show. He puts on a show in the preseason. I want to see more of him. Bo Collins, Daquan Felton. You know? How about the corners? O'Donnell Fortune. I was excited about him. He had a bad game against the Bills. I want to give him every single opportunity possible to try to make this roster. When you have a Paulson Adebo out there who just came off a leg injury, want to talk about injuries? You're taking away from the roster spot, guys. I'm not yelling, by the way, guys. That's just how I am. Javier, we're good, bro. We're good. But I'm just saying, starters is different. Starters are not playing 100%. They don't want to be in these preseason games. Maybe they want to play a drive or two just for the vibes because they're suited up. I guarantee you ask a majority of starters out there if they actually want to play in the preseason game, in like a whole quarter of a preseason game, they're going to say no. They don't want to risk injury on themselves. They want to protect. They are their own money makers. You know what I mean? They don't want to be out there. And I get that. Especially offensive line. Especially, you can get hurt like this as an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman if you work in the trenches. You can get hurt in a flash. Snap of a finger. One play is all you need. I would not. Especially how bad of luck we've had with offensive linemen in the past. Why would I throw my offensive linemen out there? Why? They started off good last year. It's the same offensive line. It's literally the same 5 guys. They already have chemistry. We don't need to throw them out there. Remember when Kayvon got... Yes! Perfect example, Javier. Randy Moss's son was fighting for a roster spot. Kayvon Thibodeau, who was already projected, I believe, to be a starter. I believe so. In his rookie year. 5th overall pick, gets hurt in the preseason. Now, rookies are a little bit different. So, Abdul Carter is probably... I probably just want to see Abdul Carter just for the vibes. Like, I want to see him dominate. But they don't put him out there. I get that. But regular rookies, I understand. You put out, if Cam Scatterby was healthy, you put him out there. Thomas Fidone, Marcus Bowe, even Jackson Dart as a quarterback, you put him out there, right? Guys that are surefire starters are projected to make a huge impact on your team day one. Why are you throwing him out there? One game, yeah, sure. The first game, yeah, of course. Let him play. There's no reason to put Abdul Carter out there for all 3 games. Just no reason. That's just irresponsible. Just irresponsible. I love Abdul Carter. I want to see him dominate. It was fun to see him play the limited time he was playing against the Bills. I don't want to see him out there. He has injuries of himself himself. I mean, if Carter doesn't play, I get it. I'd hate to play. Prestige, you're joking. You're joking. Remember Mark Sanchez? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah. Wow, they are on it today. Holy moly, they making these mods work hard today. But players to watch, man. Players to watch. Listen, of course, Jackson Dart. I want him to play a whole half. I want him to start the whole half. I don't know if we're gonna see the starters, but I want him to start with the whole half. If he plays, we're not gonna have Andrew Thomas or Jermaine Illuminor out there. That's for damn sure. I think Jermaine Illuminor is nursing something. Oh, well, he just came back. He just had Jermaine Illuminor just had a baby. That's right. It's 2025. Offensive linemen can have babies too. Jermaine Illuminor just had a baby. So I don't know if he's gonna play. He was already nursing an injury before, if I'm not mistaken. So we're probably going to see James Hudson again. James Hudson and Marcus Bowe. Marcus Bowe. More opportunity for Marcus Bowe. But I want to see Jackson Dart, Marcus Bowe. I want to see Montreal Washington, Bo Collins. Everybody was talking about Jake Kubas. Jake Kubas. He's the next undrafted free agent. He's going to be awesome and all that stuff. That guy was a turnstile. He was a doorman last game. Oh my God, he was terrible. Jake Kubas. If he plays like that the rest of the preseason, he's the first guy off the team. Holy moly. He was bad. Who else could I want to see more of. I definitely want to see more of the cornerback 2 competition. Those are an example of who I want to see that is projected to play, like projected starters. Cordell Flott and Deonte Banks. Like, I'm throwing them out there. I'm sorry, Deonte. You haven't done enough for me to say you need to sit. You need all the reps you can get. All right? You're about to be benched for a third-round corner that we took a year prior to you. You were supposed to be the replacement. Why on God's green earth is Cordell Flott still in the conversation? Why is Cordell Flott still in the conversation? You were drafted after him. You were drafted to be his replacement. You were drafted to be the upgrade. Why is Cordell Flott still a thing? Why is Fear the Flott still a thing? I don't understand. So, as far as Deonte Banks goes, throw his ass out there. I want him playing a whole half. That's right. He better play a whole half because I had stock in Deonte Banks. He was the guy I wanted in the first round of that draft. He's making me look bad. I need Deonte Banks out there. Oh. Don't bring me back to the days, Jaden. Yo, Trey Hawkins, the summer of Trey Hawkins. Wasn't that a time? What a time to be alive for the Trey Hawkins era. I was so excited. I thought we struck gold in one draft to draft Deonte Banks to be our potential number 1 corner and Trey Hawkins to be a potential number 2. How amazing. You would have won the draft right there, regardless of JMS being absolute garbage. I told you guys JMS was garbage. And I told you guys Jalen Hyatt was not a fit for this team. How many times did I tell you guys? I want to come out here and get my flowers. Put my flowers in the comments. I told you guys, and you guys hated me in the comments. I don't know ball. Jalen Hyatt Blitting the Cough winner. Jalen Hyatt 5 touchdowns against Alabama. Bro, but I'll tell you what, the summer of Trey Hawkins, bro. The summer of Trey Hawkins. Woo! What a time to be alive. You had to be there. Remember DeAndre Baker? Oh my God. You know what's crazy? I was excited for Baker, man. I wanted Byron Murphy in that draft, the 2019 draft. I wanted Byron Murphy. We all know how Byron Murphy turned out. He turned out pretty damn good. I wanted Byron Murphy in that draft. They drafted DeAndre Baker, and he was just terrible. He was very talented man corner. Long, lengthy, can keep up, had good speed, good ball skills. He just did not care. Like, in the meeting rooms, he was falling asleep, showing up late, not putting 100% effort. Found his way off the team. Now he was like a defensive player of the week for the freaking defenders, the Washington Defenders. So shout out to him, I guess. Never forget Darnay Holmes. Yeah, practice warrior Darnay Holmes. Darnay Holmes would have an I remember there was one season, I think it was 2021. 2021 was like, we thought that was a year. We thought 2021 we were turning a corner. Boy, were we wrong. 2021, I remember Darnay Holmes having a turnover, at least an interception or a fumble, every single practice of training camp. He was like racking up numbers in the turnover department. We thought Darnay Holmes was going to be like an amazing slot corner in the NFL. We had Deion Sanders' blessing. Remember Deion Sanders in that draft? Deion Sanders saying Darnay Holmes was going to be the best slot corner of this draft? This is why you don't always listen to former football players, even former football goats. They just, sometimes when evaluating stuff, they just miss. It happens to all of us. No Giants fan that, I know, I did not like Eric Gray. I forced myself to like Eric Gray. I did not like Eric Gray. I remember watching Eric Gray's first carry in the preseason. Oh my God. I remember watching Eric Gray's first carry in the preseason. I said, God damn, this guy is slow. Holy moly. I felt like I was watching the game in 0.5 speed. I was like, man, this guy is slow. Yo. I wasn't sure why Giants fans thought 2021 was a turning point after a 5-win season. You know why? Because we were starting to get things together. We ended 2020. By the way, we won 6 games in 2020, okay? Let's just put that into perspective. 2020 was a magical year because we won a lot of games we shouldn't have won. That was the game where Daniel Jones was out and we were winning games with Colt McCoy. All right? Wayne Gallman, because we had no Saquon Barkley either. Wayne Gallman was winning games for us. So we thought 2021, we're going to get Daniel Jones back. It was just going to be his 3rd year. He was going to be a lot better. And granted, Daniel Jones was better in 2021. He won us a couple of games over there in 2021. If you remember that Saints game. The Saints game, I believe, was in 2021. The Bengals game, he got hurt in that game. And then, Saquon was coming back, and Saquon. We thought we were turning a corner. We did. What was our draft? Our draft in 2021. Guys, who was our draft pick in 2021? Aziz, right? Aziz. Who was our first round pick? Andrew Thomas was 2020. Was it Kadarius? It was Kadarius. Yes. I don't know why I was thinking Kadarius was 2022. Kadarius Toney 2021. That's why. I mean, I felt like I hated the pick in the beginning, but he was killing it in camp. He was doing well. He's a really shifty player. I really thought we were turning a corner. I really did. I love Azeez Ojulari. I love that we got Azeez Ojulari in the 2nd round. Shout out to Azeez, though, bro. Azeez Ojulari is good. He just can't stay healthy. Azeez Ojulari is a starter caliber. He's a starter caliber player. He just can't stay on the field. Yo, that game against Dallas in 2021, bro. 189 yards by Kadarius Toney. He had 189 yards. Maybe he had 200 scrimmage yards, Jaden. Maybe he took a jet sweep or two. Or end around or something. But he had 189 yards on Trayvon Diggs. Well, Trayvon Diggs, I think he had like half of that on Trayvon Diggs. But yeah, we passed on Micah for a Z-list rapper. Bro, but I'll tell you right now, listen, as fate would have it, I think Abdul Carter is going to be better than Micah. I think Abdul Carter is going to be better than Micah. I really do think that. I think he'll do it. Even Micah Parsons said it himself. He said, I feel like this guy could be the best of all time. The best edge rusher of all time. Kid Blue, you guys did win 6 games in 2020. That's my bad. We won 2, and it only took 1 game for us to lose. Trevor, yeah, I know. But here's the thing, Prestige. I mean, you guys are definitely in quarterback purgatory right now, and you've been in quarterback purgatory since like the Brett Favre days or Mark Sanchez days. Like, you've been in quarterback purgatory for that long. Would you think it's sort of like a blessing you didn't get Trevor? Because Trevor Lawrence is like getting paid $50 million a year right now for him to do like nothing. Like, he was like the prodigy, supposed to be the prodigy coming out, but like, has he really even been that good to like elevate your team? Oh! No, Kid Blue, we drafted Zach Wilson. I I know, but sometimes you go through the pain and see the sunrise in the morning, right? The Giants drafted Kadarius Toney as opposed to drafting Micah Parsons, and then we ended up, oh my God, we ended up with Kayvon and Evan Neal. But look, in the future, we ended with Abdul Carter. We wouldn't have drafted Abdul Carter if we got Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look on the bright side. Imagine if you were, okay, here's the thing, Prestige, right? Imagine you guys would have drafted Trevor Lawrence, and you guys are still in the same position you guys are today. Maybe a little better, right? How much games did you guys win last year? How much games did you guys win? Like 5, 6? Maybe you guys are like a 7, 8 win team with Trevor Lawrence, and you're paying him $50 million a year. Imagine that. Like you would be stuck. You would be really stuck. A lot of dead money, a lot of guaranteed money, a lot of money per year going to a quarterback, and your team is not elevating. That's a less cap your team has to work with to put players on. Elijah Moore. I love Elijah Moore. Locker room toxic, traded after 2 years. Yeah. They have Justin Fields. Yo, Jaden, we're trying to look on the bright side for the Jets, bro. You know, we're trying to look on the bright side for them, bro. NFL Ben Simmons. Yo, if that's not the perfect analogy. Justin Fields is NFL Ben Simmons, all the talent in the world, and just absolutely mid. Holy moly. But I will say, I think Ben Simmons as a player is probably better than Justin Fields as a player. Like, can we agree on that? Can we agree that Ben Simmons is still a better player than Justin Fields is? Like, Justin Fields is like a glorified, like, gadget quarterback. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my God, I saw the compilation of him missing throws. Listen, I know it's practice. That's where you want to miss your throws. I get it. But when the compilation is that long, how long was that compilation, guys? How long was that compilation of just open guys just missed? Oh my God. Oh man. Couldn't be us. Even Jameis Winston is hitting his throws. And he's like quarterback 3 right now. Couldn't be us. Trevor Lawrence would actually look at Garrett Wilson instead of ignoring him as he's downfield 30 yards wide open, standing still at Zach and waving his arms. Zach never even looked at him. I know. That is true. Zach Wilson had a little bit of the Daniel Jones syndrome where it's like he was scared to mess up. Zach Wilson was scared to mess up because he messed up so much. He had a terrible origin to his story, and he just became so shell-shocked. He just did not want to throw the ball downfield. He was scared of making mistakes. That was Daniel Jones' issue. We were 6-2, 7-4 at one point during 2022. Zach Wilson had 7 passing touchdowns, and Mike White that season. Yeah, I remember that. I have a Jets fan. He was very excited, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. You guys are gonna crash and burn soon. You guys don't have an actual quarterback." He has new highlights every training camp. And you guys were 6-2, man. With that with Zach Wilson at quarterback, that shows how good your defense was. Holy moly! What up? What up, Miggy? What up? That's a cute profile picture, man. That's a cute dog. That's like some sort of like bully, American bully or something. That's a cute dog. Can I pet that dog? But yeah. Man, who else would I want to say? Let's look at the defensive side of the football. Who are some roster bubble guys on the defensive side of the football that I would want to look at? I'm starving, bro. Disable ad block. Oh my God. Every site wants you to disable ad block, and they throw like 50 ads on the screen. Can't even click on anything. Let's see. Nick Jones. Drew Phillips, I don't know if he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play because Drew Phillips got hurt after the Bills game. They're probably going to keep him out, so we're going to see a lot of Nick Jones. We need to see what we see from our slot corners. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Our depth for edge rushers, besides like our main starting guys, is just not great. Trace Ford, Timon Fox. Like Timon Fox somehow still finds a way to. I want to see the defensive tackles though. We're not gonna see Dexter Lawrence. We better not see Dexter Lawrence on the field. We better not see Dexter Lawrence on the field. Yes, I remember that. You beat the Buffalo Bills at home with Zach. Dropped 40. Yup. 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 I remember that. That was week 1, right? Wasn't that week 1, Prestige? Zach Wilson beat the Buffalo Bills? Oh my god. Oh, Shane Zimenez. Ziminy Crickets. Oh my goodness. Man, we're throwing it back, man. We talked about Ellerson Smith. I was so excited. I thought we found a late sleeper in Ellerson Smith. Oh my god, was I wrong. How many of you guys remember Habakkuk Baldonado, bro? I don't care what anybody says. He was good. He was good. I don't care what anybody says. He should have been drafted. We should have kept him. We should have developed him. He would have been the next Cam Wake for us. I'm telling you. Oh, ouch. Has 2 wins over Josh Allen. Man. Yo, what's going on with Cam Scatterboo, though? I'm worried. I'm not as worried about Malik Neighbors because I think they're just. It's definitely worse than we think, but I don't think it's that bad. You guys catch my drift? Like he had another injury, and they're just keeping him out. But he's so good. Why would you don't really need him to practice. He's already so good. So like they can take more precautions with Malik Neighbors. Cam Scatterboo is worrying me. Let me see if I see any injury update on him. Let's see. I remember he had that hamstring. He had a leg injury. Bro, I'm not going to disable my ad blocker. Leave me alone. All right. He's considered day-to-day. Bro, he hasn't practiced in weeks. He was considered day-to-day when he got hurt. Brother, it's been weeks. I don't know, man. I'm worried about Cam. I am worried about Cam Scatterboo. Our running back depth. Like, I don't know who we're going to see in the preseason, bro. We're going to see just Dante Miller, the guy who goes down when the wind blows, and Jonathan Ward. Like, that's going to be our running backs for the preseason. I was about to ask about him. I think yes, because we still have 2 more weeks. I think he will, because if he's actually, they lie to us all the time. If he's actually day to day, he'll be ready. But it is worrying me that they said he was day to day, and we still not. When he first got hurt, was out for a day or 2, came back, re-aggravated it. He got pissed off, left the field, and we haven't seen him since. We just haven't seen him since. And hamstring injuries are brutal because you think you're okay. You think you're okay. You think you're healed up. You don't feel any pain until you go out there and play again and it snaps again. You feel tight again. It's happened to me. I had a hamstring injury that lasted me like 4 months. No joke. Playing flag football. No joke. I had a hamstring injury that would not go away. It would not go away. Braylon Allen. Yeah, what's going on with Breece Hall? Are they gonna move him? Are they gonna move Breece Hall? You guys got like such talented running backs out there. Cause you guys better trade Breece Hall before you gotta pay him. And you already have Braylon Allen. What's the point of paying Breece Hall? That's crazy how you guys drafted Braylon Allen when you had Breece Hall. That's crazy. That dude had a fantastic rookie season, even though he got hurt. A fantastic rookie season. Yeah, he's a bowling ball at the backfield, bro. I like our guy Cam. Breece Hall for Tracy and Scat. Ooh. Now, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Jaden, you might be cooking with that. I know a lot of Giants fans will say no, 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 because like it's like trendy to love Tracy and Scat, which we do. We love Tracy and Scat. But I'll tell you what, I'll take a bell cow versus a committee running back by committee any day. I would just like to make sure he's healthy. Breece Hall has a lot of health concerns. He gets hurt. Breece Hall gets hurt. So I don't know. But guys, I mean, we talked a lot of football. We didn't talk too much about Jets Giants, but we talked a lot about football. It's the preseason. It's like what are we really gonna talk about here? Like how many points they're gonna score and stuff like that. Who cares? I don't even care if they win the game or not. I just want to see you guys go out there and go, and play. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna be off this. I'm gonna go eat something, and then I might hop on some Battlefield 6 beta, baby. Come on. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go live for the game. I mean, not live for the game. I'm not going live for the game. No way. I'm not gonna go live for a pre. I made that mistake before, not doing that. Cause I get bored out of my mind, and trying to stay on camera is crazy. But I may go live after the game. We'll see. Cause I gotta be up early on Sunday. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Have a good night. God bless, and we'll see you guys soon after the game. Go Giants.